Sports fans around this big, beautiful blue marble we call Earth in whatever city you may live in. Welcome to episode 114 of the VWU Sports Podcast. Yes, it is us, the original three, starting off today's episode. It is I, the owner, founder, and creator of the VWU Sports Podcast, the man who made the bar, myself, Jacob B., being joined, as always, by my co-hosts and barkeeps, Mr. C. Carter and Brandon C. Don't worry, our regulars will be coming in very shortly, Jose, and maybe our Hoosier man, Cody Hager, will be joining in. He's going to be a little late because, unfortunately, over in his land, he's having some weather issues, but we are saying much love to him. Hopefully he can get through this easily. But that doesn't mean we are not going to be done. That means the sports train is not going to be still going along in this crazy world, because we got a lot going on. As we stated, we're going to get started on the courts with the NBA, because last week on Thursday was the start of the second act of the 2023-2024 NBA season.
Yes.
I'll be the first one to tell you. I was about to say that. I'll be the first one to tell you guys, first and foremost, this is going to sound kind of funny, but that was Friday night SmackDown on the court.
Uh-oh.
Friday, yeah. If you saw SmackDown had its fair share of fisticuffs, you were missing out. Woo-hoo!
Absolutely. Now, I would kind of wish Jose was here, because he probably might have had access to the video between the Miami Heat and the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah, because let's just say words were not only said between the Heat and the Pelicans, but both my Pelicans and the Heat had some fisticuffs as well. It was not pretty.
No, that was a huge, massive fight out there. And now let's explain how this happened, because apparently Zion Williamson, he got fouled, and as he got fouled, his fist just started flying all over the place. Folks coming off the bench and just fight. It makes you kind of wish, just start fighting all over the place, and then. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I'm not kidding you. It just sounded ridiculous to have that much fight. And go ding ding ding, round two, and then they go.
Yeah. If Jose was here, he would have put up the Raw's war theme right there, but the Warzone theme. But yeah, it was coming off of the Heat's awesome win over my Pelicans at the Smooth the King Center. 106-95 was the final score. Congrats to the Heat, by the way. And safe to say, emotions was very, very volatile at the Smooth the King Center, to say the least. Miami gets the W on that one.
Okay, so the four people that were, there were four people that got tossed out of all this, and one of them was Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he was suspended. Yeah, he was suspended.
Yeah, it was him, Najee Marshall, Jose Alvarado, the guy who made that, who's been doing that corner steal thing. That's Jose Alvarado, and Thomas Bryant. Oh, there it is. I think that signifies it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but go ahead. What you were saying, Brandon?
But yeah, those were the four I just mentioned. It was Jimmy Butler, Najee Marshall, Thomas Bryant, and Jose Alvarado.
Mm-hmm.
Those were
yeah. It was just ugly that night, and of course, right after that fight, the NBA handed out suspensions. I know Jimmy Butler was suspended for a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jimmy Butler got benched for a game from that kerfuffle.
Mm-hmm.
But after that kerfuffle, and I know some other players as well got suspended and possibly fined as well from that little kerfuffle on Friday night.
It was just those four players, like I mentioned.
Yeah. But but safe to say, we kind of figured this was going to happen because when you got a chance to make it to the dance that is the playoffs, emotions is gonna be bubbly to the surface.
Oh, absolutely. Now, speaking of bubbling to the surface, you should have seen last night on the court because, ladies and gentlemen, we got another one. Red ball strikes again.
Oh God! Just when you think the NFL has its fair share of ref ball, the NBA is notorious for it.
Oh man, it was between the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. Now, before we go into full detail, let's explain that not too long ago, the Knicks had one of their players. I think it was Jalen Brunson that they called a foul on when he was playing against when they was playing against Houston.
I have the report. Coming from ESPN. It was during the Knicks Pistons game. So this is from ESPN, So here's what it is. It's from after the Knicks escaped getting the win in a 113-111 victory over the Pistons on Monday night, in large part because of an obvious missed call with 8.5 seconds left when New York guard Dante DiVincenzo Azar Thompson, who should have been fouled for charging, Pistons coach Monty Williams delivered a tirade over what he deemed a season's worth of mistreatment from the officials. Williams said, and I quote, "the worst call of the season," end quote. Said a few minutes after the game, he arrived in the media room before any reporters could get there and did not answer any questions after issuing a statement about the game's final sequence. Quote, "No qual, and enough's enough. We've done it the right way. We've called the league. We send in clips. We're sick of hearing this stuff over and over and over again. We've had a chance to win the game, and the guy dove into Azur's legs, and there was no call. This is an abomination. You cannot miss that in an NBA game, period. And I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of my guys asking, what more can we do, coach? That situation is exhibit A of what we've been dealing all season long, and enough's enough," end quote.
Well, something tells me Jacob was basically mimicking how Monty Williams basically said that same thing out there. Because
I've read what he basically said. He's pissed.
Yeah, I first of all, I don't blame him, for being pissed because, we have seen this far too often. We've seen the referee, the game is in the referee's hands.
Literally. That was literally a game deciding factor right there. That could next get a W and finally put them closer, finally breaking 10 wins in their tank season. But unfortunately, the refs decided right then and there, game on the line, pressure's on. They decided not to make that call.
And and like I said, you can't help but to feel bad for Detroit because they can't catch a break for anybody.
They can't even catch a cold in the dead of winter and nothing but their underwear.
Yeah, I mean, they did that with their sixth straight loss in a row, and they sit at 8-49 in the bottom of the East. And I don't blame Monty Williams for being upset whatsoever. And the referee, they did come out and they said, "Okay, we messed up. We screwed up. It's our fault. We did mess up." Now, I hope that the NBA does it fine Monty Williams for criticizing referees because they always do that.
Yeah.
But
it's not the first time they've done it, and sure as hell won't be the last.
Yeah, and I think also something to consider about these, we've seen this happen. Adam Silver needs to do a better job of these referees telling them, "Hey, look, our credibility is on the line here."
That dam's not looking good there, buddy.
Yeah, our credibility is on the line here. We got folks saying we're fixing games because the game is scripted. You already know.
You might need to start fixing that because I'm starting to see some hairline fractures, and if you don't fix that soon, it'll get worse. So you might need to fix that fast.
Absolutely.
Because as stated from a former YouTuber, a dam could burst as I've seen another sports company's damn burst decades ago, and it took them, and it'll take them decades to fix it. So I suggest, and y'all been fixing your damn since the days of when the mafia were running shit, and Tim Donaghy, Donaghy almost bursted that in with his fixing of games. So Adam Silver, if you're a smart man, and we know you are because you have done some good shit, I suggest you better crack down on this fast.
Absolutely. Now, let's also bring up while we're in the neighborhood. The Clippers have unveiled a new brand for themselves for next season.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I'll say this: the new logo. I mean, hey, I'm not against it. The jerseys, though, that's a combination of both the retros.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
oh wow, you're right. I actually do. Wow, yeah, it looks amazing, actually. And honestly, I like that. It's a nod to their heritage while keeping it fresh and new, actually.
Absolutely. And like I said, you know, that logo reminded me of something I saw in one those creation suites of NBA 2K. I forgot which one. And it's when you wanted to rebrand the Clippers. And that logo looks almost just like it.
You don't think?
Well, hey, I mean, it could happen. By the way, our resident theory is bamming outside the door. Hold on, Jose, we'll get you in here.
It's fucking raining outside.
There he is.
It's raining outside.
Miguel, can you do us a favor and bring up the thing that we're talking about now about the Clippers unveiling for next season?
We saw.
Sure. 1 minute, I'll pull that up.
Yeah. And
now, like I said, let me go ahead and get through what I was saying, Jacob, because you know I like their design because, like we said, next season they're moving into the Intuit Dome,
which is going to be because me and Jose talked about this, which is actually a good thing because it gets them out to be known as LA's bitch, and it helps Inglewood becoming more of a sports hub, honestly.
Absolutely, because the Intuit Dome is not that far away from SoFi Stadium.
No, it's like like a 10, 15-minute drive away from SoFi.
Yeah, basically kind of like a block.
Yeah, and from what I've seen with this logo, it has from what KTLA is posted on their picture. I'm reading the what's this logo is breakdown. Yeah, that's what the Clipper logo is. Take a look at that. From what I'm seeing, basically the silhouette of the ship is basically from their day from when they were in San Diego.
Cruise ship.
It's from what I'm reading, the silhouette of an oncoming ship is a nod of the team's origins in San Diego. So they still remember their roots, which I like. You know,
absolutely.
How about the jerseys?
Of an owner.
There it is.
Awesome. I love that.
They also got an edition.
Yeah, I love this.
And then there's the Icon edition.
Ooh.
Look clean too.
And then there's the Association edition.
God, those look crisp. And if you saw what the court's going to look like, it actually looks crisp, clean, and simple, honestly. And sometimes, look at that. Sometimes I always say simple works, and this works. Look at that. Look how simple it is. Look how clean it is. Okay. I'm telling you, the current owner of the Clippers is doing something right, and he's got the ball rolling.
What do you think of it, Jose Miguel?
Oh, I agree with Jacob. It's crispy.
Oh, I stated that thing is crisper as a fresh $100 bill. Fresh off the presses.
You know, I just want to say that this was a very great design for the Clippers. The jerseys look very, very nice. Very, very nice. Nice and like you guys said, nice and crisp. These jerseys look very, very nice indeed. Steve Ballmer is doing a great job rebranding the Clippers and making them stand out.
No pun intended. He is making waves as the new owner of Clipper Nation. It took him a lot of time to do it, Took him a long time to do it, but it's been bearing beautiful fruit.
I just want to say here and now, he did great. He's doing a great job washing off the stain of he who shall not be named, and he's doing a great job.
A lot of Pine Sol, Windex, and Clorox, but damn, he is helping
a little bit of grease
become something that's new, you know.
Absolutely. Now,
should we get to the games?
Absolutely. And let me just say here and now before we do go to the games tonight,
I
just want to say, hey, great job by Steve Ballmer. The Clippers are really, really looking good, especially since they're in a battle for the top spot in the West with the Timberwolves and the Thunder and the Nuggets.
Again, this is long-term planning for Steve Ballmer, and he is bearing fruit that is not only both plentiful but is beautiful, and honestly, who here has if anybody here has said, "Oh, LA, the Clippers it could be a playoff contender here," you would have been slapped in the face.
True.
Okay.
Then again, now all of us thought that the Clippers were going to get James Harden before the season got started.
Absolutely, because I think most of us here.
We just didn't think Harden and the Clippers would actually gel.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, we kept trolling them.
And
honestly, I'm glad to take
That's scary.
With it. But yeah, tonight though, we got ourselves I'm using this as bold as possible, stacked night of NBA
we do, and it starts off in Orlando, Florida.
Starting off 7:00 game, starting off at the Q. This is a good game to start off with. You got the Cavs playing host to the Dallas Mavericks. Honestly, that's a good way to kick off Tuesday night action, to say the least. You know.
Mm-hmm. And of course, that's not the only game that's happening at 7:00 as we head down to the Kia Center in Orlando as the Magic playing host to the Brooklyn Nets.
Oof.
That's good. That might be one you want to keep. Might want to clamp an eyeball on, but we got to see what happens. The Orlando Magic is basically in a dogfight with the Miami Heat for the Southeast.
They are. And Carter and I spoke about this, and it's like, we know how much of a downfall Brooklyn is right now, but they better not be slept on if you're the Magic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, they don't want to get upset and lose and hurt themselves in the long run for going in for getting a shot in the playoffs, especially in the East. Rounding out the 7:00.
Absolutely.
Games, I feel sorry for the Wizards, but you never know what could happen because they're going head to head with the Warriors of Golden State at the Capital One Center. And
if you look at the standings, the Warriors are right there. If the playoffs started here, they're in the play-in spot.
Well, they are in the play-in.
The Wizards could play spoiler, so
that is possible. Yeah, that is possible.
Keep our eyes out for the Wizards. Anyways, moving on to the 7:30 games. We got some good 7:30 games here.
Yep, and Jacob, I feel bad for your Pelicans.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to that in a second. Starting in Atlanta, we got the Hawks playing host to the Jazz of Utah. That's a game you might want to keep clamping an eyeball on because.
Wait! Stop! Jacob, you said hot Atlanta. Atlanta is nowhere near hard. And they might be in serious trouble considering Trae Young is going to be out for about 4 weeks. Because he injured his feet.
He's going to be on the shelf for a bit due to an injury.
I'm glad Carter brought that up. Because this is where I know I said someone in the podcast, maybe on Discord, whatever the fuck. I said that the only thing that's going to hold the Hawks back is Trae Young because he's the only person that can make them relevant. Let's see if I'm right.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a matchup. This is a matchup that might steal the night.
Yep.
At 7:30 at the TD.
I think I might be right.
Our team in the East, the Boston Celtics, playing off in a conference matchup against the 76ers of Philadelphia. That might be a heavyweight fight.
They're 1-5 in the East Conference. Oh boy.
But it might hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna get nasty.
Well, let's bring this up hold on. Let's stick around this game for a second because number one, Boston's on an 8-game winning streak.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they are 14-1 in the Atlantic Division, which is also the same division that the 76ers are in. And the 76ers themselves are just 5-5. And they haven't been doing too well since Joe Embiid is out, might be out for the rest of the season. And they're falling faster than Riley Coyote fell off a cliff doing those Looney
Okay.
Tune
Yeah,
cartoons.
yeah, it's not been good for Phil. It's not been good for the city of brotherly love since Embiid took that went under the knife. So
Hmm.
if anytime it is this to start a bounce back, it is now against the leaders of the East.
Yeah, now hold
Yeah.
on, Jacob, because also I saw this on First Take this morning. I think it was First Take, but both First Take and Get Up was pretty much saying the same thing, that the 76ers should consider shutting down Joe Embiid for the rest of the season.
Oh God.
Honestly, that would be a good idea. It would help. It would help them long term because if they can get Embiid healthy for next season, it would help them out. Help them out long term. Honestly,
And you don't want
Now,
to see it,
don't
but
don't risk your star player.
yeah.
and now,
And now we get to my elephant in the room. My New Orleans Pelicans, after they've been got into a little kerfuffle on Friday night. They're going to the Bronx. Well, not the Bronx.
they're going to the Garden.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Garden. Oh boy.
Here's a question for you: who needs more momentum in this game, Pelicans or the Knicks?
Ooh, that's a good question. Who needs more?
Well, I
Hmm.
said this. I said this on Discord earlier with Brandon. I said that it's the Knicks, because you got to find some way to keep up with Boston in the Atlantic Division.
True.
I mean,
True.
you don't want the Celtics to run away with the division. I mean, New
Again.
York
Yeah, and at the same time, if you look at the Southwestern Conference, neck and neck are Mavericks and the Pelicans.
Yeah.
division, Brandon.
Yeah.
I know.
Dallas is half a game behind us in the Southwest Division.
Hmm.
And
It's
if I
scary.
look, and in the
And
standings,
I'm glad.
in the standings, the Pelicans and the Suns are basically dead even with each other in the seedings.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So and the Suns are off today. So yeah. Anyways, heading up to the 8 o'clock games. Okay. Starting off at the Madhouse, we got Chicago playing host to basically the NBA's unlucky team in the Detroit Pistons. Ow.
Well, you can't help but to feel sorry for Detroit. Like I said, they can't catch a break, especially that the way how the referees pretty much screwed them last night.
I feel bad for them considering the fact that they got screwed out of a W against the Knicks by a horrible no call from the refs.
Mm-hmm.
No call from the refs.
Mm-hmm.
And as I stated, if you saw the after game interviews, post game interviews from their head coach, man, he was livid.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't blame the guy for being pissed whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was, dude. I'll say this now. That head coach is a man who brings passion to the team, and I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, then
Another one to look out for. Well, technically both of them. I don't know if we're going to say much about it, but at the Fibers Forum, the Milwaukee Bucks is going to play host to the Charlotte Hornets.
Could Charlotte play spoiler to the top to Milwaukee and take them down a peg or two for Cleat and take them down for New York?
We'll see.
That's a good. Now, also, let's keep this in mind. I
Be
mean,
interesting.
to be fair, I mean the Bucks. I mean they did beat the 76ers recently, and Doc Rivers returned to Philadelphia. And needless to say, it wasn't a warm homecoming for him. That's beside the
Yeah,
point.
why?
But I think that they're becoming the Jet, and what a perfect team for them to test how strong they are than the Charlotte Jordanaires. Hornets.
And-
I
Yeah.
you know, at
Ouch.
least Michael Jordan's not running the team anymore. He's still owner, but somebody else
Yeah.
He's
but he's not
running it.
running. That's what we call it. Yeah, I'm positive. Anyways, running out the 8:00 games. The Timberwolves playing host at the Target Center to the Spurs of San Antonio. Again, can the Spurs play spoiler to the top team in the West and give Oklahoma City the push, the momentum they need for tonight?
Well, I brought this up that Carl Anthony Towns is not playing tonight because of
No,
personal reasons.
for personal reasons.
Um,
We won't the detail out of respect for the Cats, but let's just say it is what it is.
yeah, and I just want to point this out. Victor
Wembayama.
thank you. Um, having,
Wembayama.
yeah, and having a great rookie season. It's a pity that the rest of the team sucks around them. So
That's good.
yeah, and like I said, if I'm Greg Popovich, I gotta build around the guy. Just said to myself, okay, then this season is a wash. Let's finish strong and then build in the draft.
Start from the bottom and work your way up. You've done it before. You can.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go to the next game before Jacob sounds like Drake.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
I'm trying.
God.
Anyways, rounding out the festivities with the 10:00 game, starting off in Portland at the Rose Garden. I can't do sponsors. I'm trying. I'm sorry. The Trailblazers playing host to the Miami Heat once again. Can the Trailblazers play spoiler to the Heat of Miami? Even when because the Heat are Butlerless due to the fact that he has been suspended after what happened on Friday.
And not to mention, I don't know what to expect from the Trailblazers because 15-41. Yeah, I've seen rebuilding jobs, but this one takes the cake. But Bam,
Yeah,
I'll be
could have been worse.
Rebuild jobs, and then I've seen this.
Yeah. Also at 10,
The main event.
yeah, the Houston Rockets gonna go down to OKC to play against the Thunder.
Now, as I stated with the Timberwolves game, if San Antonio plays spoiler to Minnesota, Oklahoma City has a chance to take the top spot in the West with a win against Houston.
Absolutely. And let me just point this out because bring up the Western Conference standings real quick, Jose. Because if you look at the top 4 teams in that West, you got Minnesota, Oklahoma City, you got Denver, and you got the Clippers just battling with each other, neck by neck by neck.
It's literally a 4-team dogfight for that top slot with Phoenix and New Orleans just waiting in the wings to sneak in.
Absolutely. Now this is the Wild Wild West.
This is truly the Wild Wild West with Minnesota, OKC, Denver, and LA got their 6 shooters ready to go.
And likewise, you look back over at the East,
that's a dogfight in its own because of 7 teams there.
Well, Boston's running away with it.
Yeah, Boston's pretty much running. Yeah, Boston's pretty much running away. It's the 2nd through 7, but the 2nd through 8 in which you have to concern yourself with between Cleveland. Go from Cleveland to Orlando.
Yeah, basically 7 through 8. That's where you want to keep your eyes on because we know Boston is the number 1 spot, but the rest of the seeds, that's a different story. It's basically a dogfight between the rest of the seeds on who wants to lock it down to get into the dance.
Absolutely, and who wants to avoid facing off against the Celtics? Because I just want to point this out. We saw how they performed last season, in which they went down 3-0 to the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then they won 3 straight.
We call that the reverse sweep.
That almost came to fruition, Jacob. But Game 7 just didn't go so well.
We all know what happened.
Yeah. Now, Jose, before you play that video, keep in mind that I don't want this channel to get a copyright strike.
Just remember, per echelon of the NBA and everybody, we are under fair. We are only using this to let everybody know what happened. We're not going to use We're trying our best to let people know what happened. We're not going to do anything crazy with it. Please don't ban us.
All right.
Anyways,
We've done nothing wrong to you
Alright,
guys.
you all
All
right?
right, then.
Then you've been
Then
warned.
cross your fingers and toes.
here's what. Okay, so before we
Hold on, wait. First of all, just gonna say that mute the video.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
that
that's a better idea. Mute the video for context. So anyway,
enough.
so this happened on Friday. A foul happened between Zion and this happened. Yep, there's the foul.
It's Jimmy Butler
the
and
interaction.
Najee Marshall that I talked about. Yeah,
And,
here we go.
And here comes.
yeah,
And there's
Friday
the-
Night
and there's the
SmackDown.
And there's the fisticuffs. We got
No, it's
a
a raw.
brawl. We got a skerfuffle. We got a Donnybrook. It's a brew. Ha ha.
Yeah, and we're not quite done
It goes.
yet.
We got a skirmish, a kerfuffle, brouhaha.
Yeah,
And
we're
it-
not quite done yet.
And there's another one that happened.
Yeah. It was just one. It was a double dip. We had a double dip. Round two. Yeah, safe to say.
They got
like
broken
I,
up again.
like I said at the start of the show, when you got a chance to make the playoffs, emotions will boil to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately and when that happened, well, fines and suspensions came down hard.
Absolutely. Now
Yeah,
then,
it was-
I mean, it just had to happen. Now then, let's go ahead and
Gets to the
shift
college.
focus from the NBA
Yeah,
and head on out to the college. Now,
Yeah. And
hold
unfortunately-
on, Jacob. Before
We are
we
just-
I'm glad
talk
you brought the ball
about,
up.
hold on. Before we talk about the scores, one of the issues that they've been talking about, and by the way, Jose, I mean to tell you this before. Check your spelling.
What the? Collage?
Now, let me get to what I was
I'm
trying
drunk.
to
Okay, give me a break here. Cut me off.
Oh, let me go ahead and get to what I was trying to say here.
Oh,
One of the games in which happened over the weekend that has caused a lot of conversation was the game between Duke and Wake Forest. And when Wake Forest beat Duke, the fans started storming the field. I mean, storming the court. And the next thing before you know it, one Duke's players got hurt.
yeah,
Oh,
Kyle Filipowski.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they ran into him.
Yeah. He got hurt when an avalanche of fans ran into him like a rampaging bull.
Now, numerous coaches.
I have to
hold
pull this up
on,
real
hold
quick.
on,
Sorry,
Jose,
I'm
hold on.
sorry.
Let him finish.
Now, numerous coaches have said, ban this court storming, ban the fans from storming the court. Which I totally understand why they're saying it.
But there's one problem with that. You see, you try stopping them. You try stopping them from running the field when your team pulls off a massive upset.
That is true. That is absolutely true. And this is where Wake Forest needs to step in and take some responsibility. If you know that you're facing off against a top 10 school, and you know there are chances that your team could pull off the upset, you should have had more security out there to make sure that nobody gets hurt.
Yeah. You should have realized. You should have told the guy. You should have told the university, "Hey, we're facing off against a top 10 team in the country, and there could be a chance we might have an upset. So, you think we could get some extra security just in case?"
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
know?
And I just also want to point this out, and like I said, a lot of coaches saying, ban the court storming. Now the SEC, they have a policy, and I think Jacob, you know this policy too well. If the fans storm the court, the school has to pay a $100,000 fine.
Oh yeah, I know that all too well because we got hit with that when we upset South Carolina not too long ago, and we decided to storm the court.
I think I also did that against Kentucky.
Oh yeah, it was against Kentucky and a buzzer beater as well. When we upset Kentucky, we stormed the courts, and we got slapped with $100,000 fine. Now,
Mm,
here's the difference between us and Wake Forest. When we stormed the courts, we didn't hit any players or anybody else. It was just that
Mm-hmm.
we got on the courts and celebrating. That's the difference. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What
Now,
happened at Wake Forest, as horrible as it sounded, that was the difference because unfortunately the Wake Forest fans got too emotional and too crazy and unfortunately ran into a Duke player who unfortunately got injured. Okay,
mm-hmm. And I
that's
just want to point this out. I mean, I'm not too sure right now if the Wake Forest fans was even paying attention. I
no,
mean,
no.
what happened?
You are full of emotion. Unfortunately, you are blind. Even though your eyes are open, you are blind. Okay, you are
Mm-hmm.
running blind. You got your hands in the air. You're losing your shit. Shit, you got your
Mm-hmm.
shirt off, shit, and everything. You don't know what you're hitting or anything. Anybody, you might be elbowing somebody. You might be punching somebody in the
I
face.
just
In the
I
face.
just want to point this out of what Jacob said. Actually, I think it was the late great DMX who saying the song North Carolina, take a shot and maybe like a helicopter. But
Oh my God.
But yeah, but
now,
yeah,
uh,
and even
also, go ahead.
yeah, but like I said, you don't know what's going on because you're going 100 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour in 3 seconds. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Now
and
then,
it's not until after you get home and all the emotions died down you realize, oh, the person who did that. Wait, who did I hit? And then when the news is like, oh, fuck.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, now, like I said, the player he wasn't. The injury isn't severe, mercifully. But he had to be getting carried off the court.
Yeah.
Now then, I also want to bring this up. Before we talk about the games, I also want to bring this up. There's talk in the NCAA of expanding the tournament, and
What?
hold on, let me finish, Jacob. Let me finish. And I remember what Jay Billis said on College Game Day. Never underestimate the NCAA's capability of doing something stupid. Now,
Thank you.
now here's the thing, because as you guys know, the tournament field is 68.
Yeah.
There was talk of them trying to expand it to 96.
What?
And I was saying to myself, that makes no sense
It,
whatsoever.
Hold on a
it's
minute.
all,
Didn't we
all
talk
you
about? Well,
all you're doing is trying to get more people to watch, but what you're doing is the opposite. Nobody wants
hold
to
on a minute.
wants to go through a 96 team tournament.
Go
Didn't
ahead,
we
Jose.
already? Didn't we already talked about this somehow?
Well, they brought it up on College Game Day over the weekend, Jose.
I feel like we talked about this like two or like
We
around a
did,
year
we
ago.
did, we did, but they brought it up on College Game Day over the
I
weekend.
feel like I feel like we predicted this somehow.
Now I said to myself, now does the college? Now let me just say here and now. Let me just bring this up. Does the college football? Not football.
And
Does March Madness need to be expanded?
no,
No.
No. Well, here's the thing, because especially since we're basically getting super conferences
yeah,
next year. So
yeah. Start of the next season, we're basically gonna see super conferences because the Pac-12 is about to die.
yeah, it's basically non-existent. Especially just got two teams in college football: Washington State and Oregon State. That's it.
Yeah,
But here's the thing: I think that do they need to be expanded? No, not to 96. No,
no. If
that's
any,
one
if
way.
anything, it needs to do the opposite. It needs to cut
Now I won't go as far as saying to cut, unless here's what you could do. Here's what
or
you
maybe
could do.
trim.
Here's what you could do. If you want to expand, this is what I would recommend that they do. Do like 72, leave it at that. So that each region have like a set of playing games. Leave it at 72. That's it.
That
No need to go to
that
96, because what's the point of having the NIT if you go to expand to 96. What's the point? What's the point?
Instead of 68, add 4 more, and you got 72. That could actually work. I could actually see that region, like you said, could have their own playing tournament: Northeast, Southeast, Southwest, Northwest.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, don't go to 96 because you go
you can put the central in there, and and each one can have their own playing tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
I
said,
do want to point this out.
Go ahead,
right,
Jose.
real quick. I'm about this intermission thing. I've spelled college with collage, and yet no one told me about that spelling error.
That's how come I said I wanted to tell you. You posted up there. It just it didn't dawn on me until like a couple of episodes ago. That's not how you spell college.
I didn't see it until now, honestly.
I was because we didn't pay that much of attention. Because I said
Exactly.
a couple of weeks ago, I said to myself, "That's not how you spell college." But I didn't say.
When you're focused in on the show, shit happens. My bad.
Yeah, we didn't pay that much attention.
Guys, shall we get to the scores?
Anyways.
Now,
yes,
let me go ahead and bring this up. There was some upsets over the weekend.
We gotta talk about this because we're just about hitting the tail end of the February frenzy because the madness is almost here, boys.
Now, I'm going to bring this up real quick because we got some games tonight. So I'm going to rush through this, the upset list that we saw.
We can't.
Actually, hold on a minute. Let's go through the most notable upsets that have happened this past week or so.
The big upsets that happened over when we.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm just going to say this. Those Blue Jays are damn well hungry because on the 20th, they beat the number 1 ranked back then UConn Huskies 85 to 66.
I saw that, I never thought I would say this, but I felt like that ring announcer during the Ali Frazier match. Down goes UConn! Down goes UConn!
That's what I said, Jake. You're trying to sound like Howard Cosell.
Yeah, it was. Creighton was hungry for some Husky meat in that game because they upsetted the reigning national champions and took the W and ran out of there as fast as they can and with that UConn fell.
They just ran out of it. They legitimately flew away.
And they flew away with the W. Tweet, bitches.
Hard.
Another upset that happened. It's back then the 25 ranked BYU taking down Baylor.
Yeah. As we stated last week, the top 25 is not a given and it's not concrete. We weren't lying.
No, you gotta be aware because these upsets they be coming, ladies and gentlemen. Also, now Saturday
down and center. And as we take a look at the top polls, this is coming from yesterday for the AP Top 25. We have a new number 1 team in the nation, and they are the Cougars of Houston. They take the top slot in the AP Top 25. Congratulations to the Cougars of
Absolutely.
Houston. Welcome to the number 1 team in the nation.
And speaking of Houston, they're playing tonight at 7, playing host to the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Which is going to be interesting. I'll put that with you, right? But we haven't gotten to that yet.
Boys, it's your first time in the top slot. Hope you can keep it.
Yeah, because something tells me you gotta be prepared. Hold on. You gotta be prepared. Each team has to be prepared because you never know when an upset's gonna come.
Yeah,
you never know when an upset's gonna bounce up.
Absolutely.
Anyways, staying in the number 2 is the Boilermakers of Purdue in the number 2 slot.
As I was saying,
as stated, after that shocking
Purdue
loss,
familiar with number 2.
Yeah, that's stated. Purdue number 2. And after their shocking loss to Creighton, UConn tumbles from the number 1 slot to number 3. They only fall 2 slots. UConn, the reigning champions, fall 2 slots to number 3 in the nation.
We also got number 4. We got Tennessee.
Good old
and Marquette is number 5.
Wow, Marquette staying in the top 5. Nice job, boys. Number 6, the Wildcats of Arizona.
Absolutely.
Number 7, Kansas, who are playing tonight at 8 o'clock at home on ESPN Plus against the Cougars of Brigham Young.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. At number 8 is the Cyclones of Iowa State. of Iowa State.
Number 9,
Iowa
the Tar
State.
Heels of North Carolina.
Yeah, the Tar Heels of North Carolina.
Or is
Number
it
9.
Jacobs, North Carolina, whatever the fuck? How the fuck
North
is that?
Kakalake.
Yeah, as
Oh,
JB.
dope.
And number 10, their in-state rivals.
Oh, obviously you would know that.
The Blue Devils of Duke. That's Blue Devils of
God.
Duke. Those two teams face off.
You know, it's a scary thing when you have. You know, it's a scary thing when you had Duke and North Carolina at 9 and 10, because you know down the line there's going to be a bloodbath that's going to happen.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. The rematch is coming. The rematch is coming.
Oh, I'm saying. Look, I said this for years. Duke. Look, there's a reason why they have this thing called the North Carolina Triangle, because North Carolina, Duke, and NC State are literally just blocks apart from each other. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now that's because
Duke and North Carolina, their rivalry on the court is evil.
Now let me just say this real quick, because we know Duke's campus is in Durham. We know that North Carolina's campus is at Chapel Hill, and we got NC State over at Raleigh. So
speaking of NC State, Duke is heading over there March 4th.
Yeah, the 4th of March next week.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Continue on with the top 25. At number 11 is the Tigers of Auburn. Nice job, boys. At number 12, after shocking the world last week, taking down the number 1 team in the nation, Creighton is now the 12th team in the nation. Nice job, Blue Jays. Can you keep the momentum going, boys? Anyways, at number 13 is Illinois. It's the alumni of Illinois.
Alumni of Illinois.
Alumni.
Yeah, I cannot say their name properly. Sue me. Anyways, and number 14 is the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Number 15 is the Bears of Baylor, of Baylor University. Number 16 is the Wildcats of Kentucky. Oof, bad luck for them.
Is at 17.
South Carolina's still on the board at number 18 at 18th in the nation. Ooh, a new team has entered the top 25.
Washington State.
Washington State has entered the battlefield at 19th in the nation. Nice job, boys.
Mm-hmm.
The Cougars of Washington State.
Yeah,
and below them is San Diego State.
Aztecs.
The Aztecs cracked the 20th. I know, cracked number 20. That's good. Number 21st, Dayton, who are going to be playing tonight, believe it or not.
Yes, they are, and they're playing against Davidson, Curry's school.
Yeah, Davidson at tip-off in just about 10 minutes. Kentucky's also going to be playing at tip-off is 10 minutes at Starkville against Mississippi State. That's going to be a good game. You might want to clamp an eyeball on ESPN on that one.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
The 22-ranked Utah State, they're playing tonight, and they're going against Fresno.
Yep, Fresno State on Cali. And
number 23 are the Bulls.
Back on the top 25 at 23rd in the welcome back to the top 25.
Gonzaga. The Zags.
Yeah. At 24th is the Gators of Florida. Florida back.
Chomp.
Yeah, chomp. And then rounding out the field is the Bulls of South Florida.
Yeah, let me speak about hold on, Jimmy. Let me speak about South Florida for a second, because this team has been very hot in the American Conference. This team has won 13 in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, they're red hot. They're 14-1 in the American. So that's saying something. And
you're talking about red hot.
Like the voters.
If I can see it correctly,
open the price a little bit more to the conferences outside the Power Five, because a lot of these conferences have teams that are ripping hot.
You want to talk about being red hot? Look at St. Mary's, 15 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 15 in a row with that kind of resume. I feel like they should have been at least a little bit higher, maybe cracking the top 15, maybe even close to the top 10 at least. You know.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Now I tell you what, somewhere down the road, because sometimes this is coming, we could see St. Mary's and Gonzaga do battle.
Ooh. Oh, I like that. I like that idea. I like that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's funny you say that, because that's coming up Saturday. 10 o'clock.
Well then,
March 2nd.
Boys. Oh, oh god, this weekend's gonna be fun, boys. Let's
go ahead and get through it tonight. Because
as we stated, we already talked about most of the games here tonight. We only got 6 games in the top 25. Don't worry, we're not doing the entire Division 1 because we ain't got all night. Even if we wanted to, it ain't that crazy. We talked about Dayton.
We're only doing top 25, and that's it. So suck it.
Yeah, get used to it. Anyways, we talked about Dayton playing host to Davidson. That'll be on CBS Sports. If you got Paramount Plus, don't worry.
We talked about most of these games, funny enough.
Yeah, most of the games will tip off in just about 10 minutes. So if you got Paramount Plus, you're good for the game. Then, of course, the number 1 team in the nation, Houston, playing host to Cincinnati. You got if you got ESPN, you got ESPN2. You're good. You'll be able to watch that game as well.
Definitely keep your eyeballs on this one.
With Kentucky and Mississippi State, both teams 19-8 on the season. So basically both teams really looking to try to get themselves a good record heading into the SEC tournament coming up real soon.
Oh yeah.
Coming up tonight. Coming up in just about 10 minutes over in Starkville. And then at 8 o'clock, of course, we talked about this, the Kansas Jayhawks playing host to the Cougars of Brigham Young. That'll be on ESPN Plus. If you got ESPN Plus, if you don't, myself included, I urge you to get it. Best $10 you ever spent, because not only will you get the entire ESPN library, you'll get every documentary they ever done, every 30 for 30, because it is good shit, I'll tell you that much. And so much more. And so much more. And it's the best value you'll ever get. $10 a month, or maybe even $100 for a year. Best pricing, I'm telling you. Hell, if you even get the Hulu, if you get the Disney Plus bundle, $12 a month for 3 things, hell, that's genius.
Anyways,
and like I said, I pay $82 for my bundle, but that's only because I got Hulu Plus Live TV with it.
Yeah, but still,
anyways,
price.
at the 10 o'clock game.
Anyway, at 10 o'clock, Fresno State playing host to the 22-ranked Utah State Aggies. Fresno State, if Fresno State pulls off the upset, that's going to be a huge body blow for the Aggies of Utah State.
And speaking of that, we got San Jose State taking on San Diego State.
In-state rivalry to fruition in Cali, San Diego and San Jose. That's going to be a good one right there on CBS Sports. That'll be at 11 o'clock. Sure, It's a late night game, but remember, time zones are very weird. So West Coast times is 11 o'clock on the East. So
now, let's go ahead. Now, hold on before we flip the script. I just saw this news. The MAC is going to allow in a new member.
Hey, who's joining the Mid-Atlantic Conference?
It's going to be UMass.
University of Massachusetts.
Yeah, the Minutemen.
So
interesting.
Going to the MAC. Congratulations. Nice job, boys. You're going to be in a good conference. They got a lot of good teams there, so you're going to have some good competition. So good luck, boys.
3, so.
So good luck, boys. You're going to be
they're going to be in the MAC in the 2025-26 season.
Ooh.
And so now then,
tough conference, but it's a good conference.
Now on to the women, but I tell you what, Caitlin Clark is pretty much getting ready to throw a torch to the record book.
She is. And here's the thing about that record. She's throwing it. She's got some. That record. She is throwing up some mixed emotions about that. And it's not. And it's not from her. It's from the son of the late great Pistol Pete. God rest his soul. You know, because once this thing loads up, the chase for that college record made by the late great Pistol Pete Maravich, who I keep reminding people is the reason why our college basketball arena is named after the man himself. Underrated Laker, mind. Okay. Yeah. I'm reading this. This is from. I'm reading this from Yahoo Sports. You can find it anywhere else. Yeah. So Jason Maravich, who is the son of Pete Maravich, said, and she said, and he, and oh God, that's gotta hurt. His mom said if she's seen that girl from Iowa, and he was oblivious, didn't know who she was. Said no, she ain't good. Well, she replied, she's unbelievable. So she didn't know who Clark was until Clark was, which was fair because he was just trying to do his own thing, you know.
Yeah, that's with the fact that apparently not too many people still don't watch that much women's college basketball.
which is which is terribly wrong, because as we all been saying on the VW Sports podcast, women's basketball it's been getting so much flack for so long because it's so good. Okay,
Go ahead
and
with what you were
she
saying,
is
Jacob.
praised because she has said that Clark is a phenomenal talent and must see TV, and he is actually rooting for her to break the record, and she'll be so and he'll be so happy when she crosses it.
That's saying something.
We had three. Well, we got three upsets that happened in women's basketball. As far as I know, that's over the weekend. Well,
so far, not many big moments, big upsets that happen in the world of women's basketball. We did have some upset.
yeah.
Yes, we did.
On Friday, technically Thursday, if I go there, the Syracuse Orange, number 17, went down by the Duke.
Oof! The Lady Devils given the Orange.
Here's more bloodbath that happened. Lady Tar Heels upset at number 6 Wolfpack of North Carolina State.
Oh, the rivalry
80-70.
The rivalry continues.
Now, let me go ahead and bring this up to Sunday, because we had some upsets on Sunday. First and foremost,
yeah, we do.
We saw Utah, the number 18 team in the country, beat the number 17 in the country, USC, 74-68.
Ow! That had to hurt Ray, because he is a Trojan man through and through. That had to hurt.
Yeah, and the Oregon State Lady Beavers got upset by Washington of all teams, 61-51.
Now,
ow!
Also, let me bring this up real quick. The Kansas Lady Jayhawks defeated their in-state rivals and number 10 team in the country, the Lady Wildcats of Kansas State, 58-55.
Gotta love it.
Oh, and here's another one you would like. We had one upset that involved NC State, who are number 6, and this time it was the Lady Blue Devils that made the upset.
I think Carl talked about that. I think you were a little.
It was by 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the score was 69-58. That's nice. Yeah, that was nice.
Anyway.
Also, we saw the upset. We saw Virginia beat the number 20 team in the country, Louisville, 73-68.
Oof! Ow!
Yeah. Ooh. Now, Jacob, this story might make you smile, because LSU walked into Knoxville and took care of business, beating the Lady Volunteers 75-60. So they took care of business. I don't know whether or not the Lady Volunteers going to make the NCAA tournament, but hey,
we'll see.
Remains to be seen.
Anyway,
another upset that happened. You brought that up. Columbia
for the ladies on the other side. No real change. No big changes in the number 1 spot, because, as we all know, the Lady Gamecock still holds the throne in the top 25. No shocker. It's the rest of the top 25 is what we're interested in.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on the top 10, Jacob. Yeah. Because we got South Carolina and Ohio State that's staying put. However, it's Texas that moved up to number 3.
Yeah, Texas moved
Longhorns
third in the nation in the top 25. Stanford is now moving down to 4th in the nation. Rough bump there for the Cardinals. Bob takes the 5th slot in the top 25. Good job for the Hokies. Iowa moves down, is now 6th in the nation. Yeah, the Trojans, after their upset, is now down to 7th in the nation. 7th with UCLA catching up to them in number 8, and my Lady Tigers are back in the top 10 at number 9 in the nation.
Number 10 is UConn.
Absolutely.
Like I've been saying, like I said, champions know how to rebound, and my Lady Tigers are doing just that.
As a matter of fact, right now we have a game that's taking place right now. Yep, Baylor, the number 21 team in the country, is leading Cincinnati at halftime, 39-21.
Yep, that is on ESPN Plus. If you do have ESPN Plus, you will be able to watch that game. It is at halftime.
Yeah, coming up. Yeah, and 2 games are already coming up in the next minute, as the 14th ranked Lady Hoosiers of Indiana to take on Northwestern, and the 23rd ranked Creighton playing host to Xavier.
Oof, I feel sorry for Xavier. 1-24. Ow.
It's been a long season, and they're winless in the Big East, so it's been a long season.
Yeah.
Also, we got West Virginia, the number 24 team in the country, go play against Oklahoma State.
Yep, those are the top 25 games coming up tonight. That's at 7:30 in Oklahoma. So best believe, yeah. If you don't see your teams on here, we do apologize. We only go for the top 25. Sorry, we don't do Division One. If we did all Division One, we'd be here for hours.
Yeah, some of us have other things to do on a Tuesday night.
So,
Now,
guys, shall we head to the ice?
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's indeed because while the NBA, while everybody else is doing their things, and the college basketball teams, basketball is getting ready to get set for the madness. The NBA is just getting started with their second half. The NHL, on the other hand, has just been doing their thing with the second half, and it has been going hot and heavy.
Absolutely. Now, first and foremost, Patrick Kane over the weekend, he netted an overtime winner in the game between the Red Wings and the Blackhawks. That was Patrick Kane's first game playing in Chicago since he was signed to the Red Wings. So, kudos for him.
Nice job. Safe to say, and look, you got to admit the Red Wings have been one of the good things that happened for the city of Detroit. Honestly, because look at the Red Wings record: 32-20-6. That says good. That shows me that the Red Wings is finally getting something good out of this. You know.
Yeah, and also Jacob, they are on a 5-game winning streak.
That is also good on them. Good on them. Nice job, Motorheads. You got something to cheer for aside from the line.
And that's not the only team that's on a winning streak right now. Toronto is in a 7-game winning streak.
Ooh, the Maple Leafs are not letting them fall.
No, and also the Predators, they're on a 5-game winning streak.
Their teeth are they're showing their teeth, and they're sharp.
And speaking of that, their 7th game winning streak could be in jeopardy because they're playing host to the Vegas Golden Knights tonight.
Ooh.
Oh, and let's take a look at the games here going on tonight. And in fact, most of these games, the puck is about to drop.
Yes.
Starting off over in Big D.
Actually, matter of fact, it's already dropped.
Yeah, puck is just about to drop. Starting off in Big D. The Red Wings. We got some new boys in the house, and I love that one. To all Maple Leafs fans, Bruins go hole intensifies. Ow!
Oh, that's a gut punch for you.
The salt. I love that. Yeah, even though they finally broke through their playoff streak, they still can't get rid of that stink of Boston.
Oh man.
Anyway, starting off in Big D at the Pizza Box, Detroit. We're playing host to the Capitals of Washington. Puck is about to drop there.
Oh yeah. Also at 7:00 at Montreal, the Canadiens is about to play host to the Coyotes.
Yeah, puck's about to drop there. Le Centre Bell. And also at the Wells Fargo Center. This might be a game you want to clamp an eyeball on. The Flyers of Philadelphia playing host to the Lightning of Tampa Bay.
Oh man.
Also tonight at the Emirates Bank Arena, we got the Sabres and the Panthers. They're about to get ready to do battle. You can catch that game on ESPN Plus and Hulu. In fact, you can catch all these games.
And like I just mentioned, at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, the Maple Leafs, who's on a 7-game winning streak, is about to play host to the reigning champion, the Vegas Golden Knights.
Basically, most of these 7:00 games, most of these games are about to drop the puck on you. You are spoiled for choice. Same thing could be said for these 8:00 games coming up in just about an hour because most of these games.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got 3 of them on that one. As we head to Nashville when the Predators play host to Ottawa.
Or should I say Smashville as the Predators? We're playing host to the Senators of Ottawa.
Oh yeah.
And then over in the Peg, we got my Winnipeg Jets playing host to the Blues of St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
Also,
going up to Minnesota, the Wild itself is about to play host to the Hurricanes.
Oof. Yep, that's gonna be up at St. Paul. That could be a good one right there. Basically, most of these games you are not going to be missing out on great hockey, great ice action.
Not at all. And coming up at 9 o'clock, up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the Flames.
At the Saddleback, or should I say the
Yeah.
Saddle?
The Flames are to play host to the Kings.
Yeah, at the Saddle Dome, the Kings of Los Angeles looking to try to keep their Pacific Division dreams alive as they take on the Flames of Calgary.
Well, they got to catch Vancouver first, but that's coming up later.
Yeah. Anyways, at 9:30 at the Ball Arena, the Avalanche of Colorado. This is gonna be a game you might want to watch on ESPN Plus. It's gonna be the Avalanche of Colorado playing host to the Stars of Dallas.
You can best bet Lobo's keeping his eye on that one, considering he's a Stars fan.
Yeah.
And then at 10 o'clock, the Vancouver Canucks, can they bounce back from that little skid they had and as they play host to the Penguins of Pittsburgh?
Oh yeah, and here's the main event slot for you. The San Jose Sharks. Oh, they better bear down the hatches because the Devils is ready to storm and take havoc at the tank.
I don't know why you're calling that the main event.
But
I know it's the last game of the night.
Yeah, I don't think that's a main event match. I would call that just a feast for the Devils with their pitchforks.
Yeah, but then again, anything can happen. Anything can happen at the tank. Well, they're literally tanking. So
yeah, ain't that the truth? Anyways, we take a look at the standings so far as we are about to head into March. We are getting closer and closer to playoff hockey in the NHL.
Yeah.
So, and here's the crazy thing about this season. Boston, unfortunately for you, that lead you had in the East, unfortunately, it is now gone because the Rangers and the Panthers are nipping at your heels.
Absolutely. And I just want to point this out. As you look, Boston, they still lead the Atlantic, but only by 2 points over the Panthers. While the Rangers, they still lead the Metropolitan by 7 points over the Hurricanes. So,
and as I take a look at fourth and fifth, and meanwhile, the Toronto is behind Florida by 6, which is 2 games. Same with Carolina. But keep your eyes out for Detroit, Tampa, Philly, Washington, and New Jersey, the Islanders, and Pittsburgh, because they are getting closer.
Hey, even Buffalo. Then I know they're way outside, but if they could get on a hot streak, they can sneak in.
So, hey, a late flame up can do a lot of good here. So
and at the West, oh man.
Yeah. Remember what I said about blown leads? Vancouver, are you having flashbacks?
Well, Jacob, to be fair, Vancouver, they still have like an 11-point lead over the Vegas Golden Knights in the Pacific. But they got Dallas breathing down their necks.
Story because
that part is true, but don't sleep on
catching up to them.
Don't sleep on the Predators, Oilers, or the Kings.
Yeah, don't even about the Blues, the Wild, the Flames, and even the Kraken.
Oh yeah. Also, Elite Broadcasting Network, if you're still here, I'm about to make you really happy.
you just had to upload the goal horn right to the soundboard, don't you?
For like the past 5 minutes or so, I've been looking for a downloadable of the Bruins goal horn. So yes, I had to. You got it.
Oh my God!
He's asked for it.
Let's go ahead and shift focus from the hockey to the diamond because
as stated, spring training has begun for the 30 teams of Major League Baseball.
But now hold on, Jacob, because one thing I want to talk about, and I definitely, there's been the talk of commotion has been the new jerseys that MLB has done. Now, here's the thing. Hold on, Jacob. Hold on, Jacob, because here's the thing. There's some MLB players that are not too happy about it because especially the pants, they're see-through. And, I mean, like literally, you can see right through them. And
Nike.
Wait,
Yeah, literally, you could see right through it.
No,
And by the way, it wasn't Nike. Hold on, Jacob. It wasn't Nike.
You were
Hold
trying to
on.
make them sort of see-through, sort of breathable, so that they don't have to worry about sweating their asses off in hotter zones like say Arizona or Houston or any of those spots when you're in the summer. But I think you might have put that a little too much.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing, Jacob, because it wasn't Nike that made the jerseys. It was a company named Fanatic. They're the ones that are
Oh
responsible.
no, Fanatic! What did you do?
Yeah, they're the ones that's responsible for
Okay,
making those
a little
jerseys.
history. Fanatics is known for selling jerseys and stuff for fans from the NBA to the NHL to the NFL, hell, even WWE.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, when they decided to go professional, they
Okay,
fumbled the
I mean,
ball.
like I said, those jerseys were literally see-through,
Oh
and
God.
I was saying to myself, I know MLB's trying to get an audience, but if heaven forbid, especially you see a player come out there and you can literally see through the the baseball pants, you could literally, as a matter of fact, one picture had a person you can literally see it. You can literally see the players' bikinis from there.
What?
Okay.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
It's the players' cash and prizes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's not what a little kid wants to see when they go to their first baseball game. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Hey, hey, the Hoosiers here.
Oh, jeez.
Start getting
Why
Oh
give me
fuck, we were doing
Anna,
so
for
well, bro.
one?
Anna.
For one, why you give me the OGs when I'm actually? I told Jacob beforehand that I'm keeping my eyes on something else. So
Yeah,
that's
but yeah, we let him know. We let him know.
Now,
Also, this happened yesterday, and I don't think anybody brought it up yet, but former MLB pitcher Jose De Leon had passed away yesterday.
Yeah, former White Sox.
what?
Yeah, Jose De Leon, former Chicago White Sox, as passed away. Um, yeah, he was 63. Yeah, he passed. I don't have any more. This game. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't have any more news on this. But yeah.
Ouch.
yeah, it was from yeah, his death happened in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, when he was in the from when he was in his home country, the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here it is. He died Sunday evening at City Mouth Hospital in Santo Domingo. It was from health issues. Died from health issues.
And also, while we're talking about White Sox, May 9th, once again, will be WWE night.
Okay, that's cool. But anyways, I'm getting the word from our boy Elite Broadcasting Network. But Nike actually got the blame because even though Fanatics did say do the production, the design was anime, but unfortunately, it came back to bite him in the ass.
Mm-hmm. So, by the way, you can hear a little bit of echo in the background because I don't know where it's coming from.
Not me. It's not me. I got it's probably Jose.
It ain't on him. Why it's on you?
No, it's not me.
No, it
The
ain't me.
fuck?
Either way, it's all right. It happens. But anyways, continuing on.
Wait, there's one more. This came earlier today. Chicago White Sox will have a continuity operating team. The Tobacco Beatles.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, the
First
White
off,
Sox.
hold on.
I'm on the
First
MLB
off,
website. Yeah,
I know.
no.
Hold on, Cody. It is from you because when you're talking,
It's
we
a
don't hear
minor
an
league.
echo. But when the rest of us are talking, we can hear the echo.
Which is weird.
Now, also, let me just point this out.
Oh, now I see. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah.
High A affiliate? That's a minor league.
Beatles team. Winston Salem, new alternate pays tribute to one of the region's most notorious. Yes.
Hold on, Cody, mute the video.
Yes. I don't have a video on. Oh,
Now I don't know where the echo's coming from.
I don't
But
got a
here's
video
the
turned
thing.
up. It's
But
not
here's
me. I literally don't have anything. I have something on it.
Anyways, but yeah.
That's
So,
my fault. Sorry, I was just editing
so
in mic settings because it's a bit too loud.
MLB.
Ah, there you go. It was Jose's fault.
Okay, so as I
No
was saying,
worries. I was just trying to load on your mic because it's too close to your fucking mouth.
okay. So anyway, so as I was saying,
Well, no, I'm sorry.
Anyways,
okay,
That's
so
much better.
uh, so basically, the Dash, which was originally the Winston-Salem Cardinals, which is the White Sox's high A single A minor league team, which has been around since 1945, is going to be bringing in an alternate team to known as the Tobacco Beetles, which is one of the region's most notorious pets. Huh? You ain't kidding.
interesting.
Yeah, and it's gonna and they're gonna yeah. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Now, also in spring training today, Shohei Ohtani hit his first home run as a Dodger
And then
in
they
his
beat the
spring
fuck out
training
of the White
debut.
Sox.
Well, that's good for him. Also, we can now officially say this: we can actually pull off one of the guys from the free agency pool. Cody Bellinger is staying as a Chicago Cub. He is now signed to a
that
yeah.
Oh, good, because there
Yeah.
was a tie in spring training.
Yeah, well, it's free training. But anyways, yeah, Cody Bellinger is now re-signed with the Cubs to a 3-year, $80 million deal.
sheesh.
And plus,
Also-
the Reds had a 6-point lead. They choked it.
Anyways,
It's
Not really, but,
in baseball. It's not points. It's runs.
Okay,
Runs.
6-1 lead.
Anyways,
yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Came off me though.
well, you mentioned about signing, and there was one that actually happened. You remember Brandon Crawford, who has been in the Giants organization? Well, he's on the move.
Probably.
He's heading from San Francisco to St. Louis.
oh yeah, he's going to Brandon Crawford's going to the Cardinals.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Also, let me go ahead and bring this up. We got a trade. The Dodgers are sending Manuel
Margot, the former Tampa Bay Ray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Dodgers are trading him to the Twins.
He's going to the Twin Cities. Interesting. Yeah, Manuel Margot is going to the Twins, who added Kike Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do believe that they got him right already.
Yes, it's a 1 year, $4 million contract.
Also, during spring training, the MLB has been working on the rules, including the newly introduced, which was introduced last year, pitch clock.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since the pitch clock has been introduced, we can all say that games have been getting lesser and lesser because it's no longer the 4-hour snooze fest that we all been hating. But unfortunately, it came with a price: injuries.
Oh god, what was it? Oh shit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it might get worse because now the competition community has approved to shave the time on the pitch clock. So now, instead of 20 seconds, it's going to be 18 when runners on the base. And with the bases empty, it's 15.
That does not help much.
no, there should have been a bit more time, like at least a minute.
Yeah, and unfortunately, with that means that when the pitch clock was introduced, we saw a lot of pitchers going under the knife for Tommy John surgery. A lot.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sucks.
Now I do have some news to report. Oh, it's not good. Toronto Blue Jays reliever Eric Swanson.
What did I miss?
Hold on, Cody. Toronto Blue Jays reliever Eric Swanson has left spring training to tend to his 4-year-old son, Toby, who was hit by a car and airlifted to a hospital on Sunday in Clearwater, Florida.
Oh my God!
Oh!
Oh my
Whoa!
God!
Hold on a minute. What?
Eric Swanson, the relief pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays, is heading to a nearby hospital where his 4-year-old son got struck by a car.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna bring some stuff up. If you know
hold
what
on,
Good news
Cody.
is
Hold
that
on.
Hold on. We'll get to you in a second. We got to talk about this. Oh my God!
Blue Jays manager John Schneider made the announcement about the boy's injury at the team's complex in nearby Dundon. Thanks to the incredible work from the Clearwater first responders, Toby is on the road to recovery and is surrounded by his family, Schneider said. Schneider said Swanson will be away from camp for a while. Family comes first, Schneider said. Our love, support, and prayers are with Eric, Madison, Toby, and the entire Swanson family. Swanson caught the ceremonial first pitch from Toby before a game in September. I just want to point this out. Yeesh. I'm glad that he's with his son.
Honestly, hats off to the Blue Jays organization for letting Swanson get to be able to be with his son after what happened to him. Because God, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Letting them take time to be able to be with him and as he's healing from a horrific thing that happened. Because damn, that is one of the worst things for a father to see, to hear that his baby boy is in the hospital for a horrific thing for when a car just
struck it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully his son is thankfully his son is recovering well, and everyone here we can all agree. Hopefully he recovers fully and he gets better, because God, that's horrible.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Now I also want to bring this up. I know we discussed about the Oakland situation last episode. Now, one of the things I miss, and this is how tone deaf MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred is. A couple of weeks ago, Rob Manfred participated in an interview. Number one, Rob Manfred said that he's going to retire from the commissioner spot in 2029.
Oh God.
Now, after he said this, I said to myself, 2029 could not come soon enough, because he spoke about the Oakland situation, the A's situation. And the question was asked, what are folks in Oakland going to do when the A's leave town? And Rob Manfred said, and I quote, well, the Giants are still in the Bay Area, so they can go be Giants fans.
Oh,
are you a dumbass?
The fact that you said for Oakland fans to be San Francisco Giant fans is like you just stabbed a knife in their hearts.
Wait, hold on a minute. What the? Huh?
Mark Manfred, commissioner of the MLB, basically blatantly and with no remorse in his heart, just told all of Oakland to say, hey, you can go be Giants fans when the A's leave town.
Jose Miguel, what do you got to say about this?
First off, I'm trying to look this up.
Now,
can
let me say this real quick.
No. Let me talk.
Go ahead.
Talk now.
All right, give him the floor, Jose.
I need to speak. Rob Manfred, you old ass, stupid, senile son of a bitch. When you tell a fan base who has been loyal to their team since day one and will ride with them to the day they go to the heavens above and meet their team players who've been fans with them, okay, and you tell them you can be fans of a rival organization who who they have had legendary rivalry moments. Lest we forget the Battle of the Bay in the 80s, the legendary World Series they had between those two. Or they had to sit there and watch the Giants become a dynasty in the 2000s and watch Barry Bonds break the record for home runs while their team struggles to even have a chance to sniff the postseason. To you are basically saying, just put the gun to your head and pull the trigger. You, sir, are disrespectful. You, sir, have no right to be commissioner of Major League Baseball. You have no right to run this company. You have no right to know what is good for this company, for the fans, for the teams, for the players, for anybody. For the fact that you made the A's move to Las Vegas after the A's after their owner does not know jack shit about getting them a proper stadium, even though Oakland gave them every reason to. You, sir, are an idiot. You made the former commissioner look like a jackass, and he was the one who gave us the infamous 1994 players' strike. Okay? You are horrible. And to say that you're going to retire at the 2029, I'm hoping and praying that you retire sooner and give us all a fresh breath of air. Because you, sir, are a disgrace to the world of baseball. And I've seen worse. I've seen mafia do horrible shit. I've seen a cheating scandal. I've seen worse. You are despicable. Now I'm done.
Okay, then. Okay,
Go get some water, buddy.
Yeah, drink some water, get some air, man. But you can understand where Jacob is coming from. That's like saying, hey, the Mets have moved out of town. Let's have all the former Mets fans be fans of the Yankees. It's so tone deaf. The way how he said it, it's so tone deaf. And and I'm pretty sure the folks in Montreal, and this was when Bud Selig was the commissioner, when the Montreal
If the
Expos
Yankees moved and Brandon had to be a Met,
not if the Mets move. That's if the Mets move.
If the Mets moved, Brandon would be pissed.
That's beside the point. Let me go ahead and get through as I was saying.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that Rob Manfred, he's tone deaf. And I'm pretty sure he lost the plot somewhere on down the road. See, you can't tell a team, a fan base, hey, the A's are leaving town. Go across the bay and be Giants fans, because that would make no sense whatsoever. But then again, this is Rob Manfred that we're talking about here. And we have to look at which sport had the worst commissioner. I tell you what, he's giving Gary Bettman a run for his money.
Oh,
And he's close to making Roger Goodell look like a saint.
Yeah, so
Oh,
he's really running on that list. Now then, speaking of Roger Goodell, because it's time for
I was gonna bring up something before.
Go ahead, Brad.
Roger Goodell.
When you guys brought up the Yankees, there are rumors saying that they're still talking with Blake Snell because they had him as their number 6 free agent available.
Now, let me also bring this up before we switch, because I forgot this story. The White Sox are trying to get a new stadium.
Oh yeah, because I know I had the name. I know they had a name for it.
Guaranteed Rate Field.
Yeah, it's starting to show its age, and they're thinking about renovating.
Yeah, and apparently, I don't know who started this idea. Because you got the Illinois governor, pretty much speaking out saying, well, the taxpayers should not be funding for billionaires' projects. So I can see he has a point there. I mean, I can see he has a point there. I mean, if the White Sox need a new stadium, build it,
I haven't
Yeah.
heard.
but
I
use
haven't
your
heard any
money.
Bad. I have not heard any bad things about the White Sox Stadium, nor you know
No, if anything,
Chicago Stadium's minus the Bears Field, which we all hate. I mean, they've been
Yeah.
good.
yeah. If anything, why build a new stadium for the White Sox? Why not just give it some upgrades?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Just
Heck,
do like
nobody complains about Wrigley Field.
on the north side. Just give it some upgrades. Just give it some touch-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Yeah.
before we go into the NFL free agency, I want to talk about the big thing that's
Wait a minute. We're missing something.
no,
What?
you missed.
NHL.
We already talked about that.
You remember you missed the whole. Hold on,
I missed an hour.
Cody.
I missed an hour. Yes, I missed an hour.
Yeah, we
My
spoke about
fault,
that
because
earlier.
Yeah,
It was my fault. Okay, I've been keeping my eyes on something.
yeah. You were dealing with weather issues. That's fair. Okay.
Yes, you was making love to Mother Nature.
Yes. No,
Funny.
it was not. Dude,
No,
dude,
think she-
it's not
Any-
funny.
he was praying.
Anyways,
Hit him hard.
I am clipping that. Thank you, Carter.
Anyway.
God damn it, you son of a bitch!
Anyways, moving on. Before we get to the NFL offseason, I want to talk about this because I talked about this before the start of the show. Earlier today, a good YouTuber friend of mine by the name of Saw Frank YT talked about the fact that we talked about this last week. About finally, after 10 years, we're getting another college football game.
Mhm.
And the big thing is that EA Sports has decided not to put the NCAA name on there. They're just simply going to call it College Football 25. Honestly, a lot of us, it's a smart idea because it gives us the fact that it's just going to be known as college football. It's not going to be known as AA this or that, you know?
There's one more thing, Jose. Can you turn on the Waz War thing because there was a 6-on-1 handicap match.
We'll get to it,
We'll get to that in
Cody.
a minute.
We'll get to that.
I know what you're talking about, but we'll get to that later.
Jackass. Anyways, as I was saying, and he was breaking down what's the rumor mill going on with College Football 25. And one of the things he said is that EA is going to give us, as confirmed, that all 143 schools of the
34.
all 134 schools of the FBS side of college football will be in College Football 25, and all of us can agree that is a good thing. Now, he did say that no other schools from FCS is not going to be in there, and all of us can agree that is a good thing because you try putting any technology to get those schools in stadiums because they'll just fry up your processing power faster than you can say, oh shit.
Yeah.
Second thing is that in their time away, they've actually been, for what we see, they've actually been able to study the atmosphere of every stadium from those 134 schools. So basically, every school is going to have their own unique atmosphere, from Notre Dame to Alabama to Texas to Oklahoma and everywhere in between. So basically, it's going to feel like you're actually there, you know?
Mm-hmm. And also, Jacob, they're bringing back Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. They're going to be doing the commentary of the games, and they're also bringing in I know a couple of folks to do something like College Game Day.
Pre-game College Game Day, which honestly I like that because it help build the atmosphere, you know, make it feel like you're actually watching a game on ESPN.
Absolutely.
And one of the other things we are excited about is the fact that Road to Glory is going to be back, which is going to be good for us. And another cool thing is they're actually going to be pulling the trigger on online dynasty mode, which every one of us can agree on. That's something we've been wanting to have since 14. You know.
Mm-hmm. Now, also, let me also bring this up. Let me also bring this up that they're going. Hold on, Cody. Let me also bring this up that they're going to have all the bowls.
Yep.
And the 12-team playoff.
Yeah, they're actually going to playoffs, and they're actually going to do the 12-team playoff as well. And they're going to have all the kickoff games as well to the start of the season as well. They are actually going through this with a very, very fine-tooth comb, and honestly, I like that.
For college football fans, well, for Georgia fans, I don't know if this was brought up about or not. Has it? I want to know which has been what I'm talking about. the mascot. Has this been
Oh.
brought up or not?
They're gonna have mascots because I did
Yeah,
see.
but the Georgia Bulldog, the one that's been there for Bulldogs games. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. It was probably was.
Okay.
He passed
think-
away. He passed away sadly.
Yeah, we know about that, but I think they're gonna do that. But as we know, dogs pass away. They're gonna get a new one and all that stuff. So I think they're gonna have a representation of Uga. So
yeah,
so they.
he
I
was
think
a good dog. I don't know why people talk shit about that dog. He is nice.
he's a cute pupper. So I think
Yeah, unless you play for Georgia Tech, then sure.
that's a different story. But yeah, I think
Wow.
but they're gonna have other mascots as well because in the trailer you saw a little sneak peek of the Alabama mascot, the elephant, and all that. We're gonna get that. And sports drinks, like he said something that both me and Carter agree on. We're gonna do the wait and see because as stated, the full gameplay trailer is gonna be coming out in May. So we're gonna be on the hype train, but we're gonna be in the back waiting.
Yeah.
We're going to be on the caboose waiting to see what is it going to be like because we hope that they're actually building the thing from the ground up and not going to be like Madden with a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah, so it's curious to see what happens.
And also, another thing about this is that EA Sports is really happy about this because now that we're under the NIL era, which is name, image, and likeness, they're actually going to be paying the players who are going to be opting in for EA College Football 25. And they actually told this. Here's how they're going to do this. For all the players who are going to opt in, they're going to be paid $600 and a free copy of the game. And they actually stated that if they want to if they're coming back, they actually have the option of coming back into EA College Football if they do decide to make another game.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, for all of us, we can all agree that is an awesome idea because honestly, having a chance to be on EA College Football, everyone can agree is an awesome thing,
So EA
Absolutely.
is under that era. Hey, maybe some games that are under the EA Sports brand could actually do that.
Yeah,
Because of past previous years, EA Sports games.
But here's a
You
caveat.
don't know that have been shit.
And here's a caveat to this: if they actually opt in, you can actually see your player a part of the game. But here's the other side of the coin: if they don't opt in, then you'll see a generic player. But if say you want to create that player for said school, you can't. Okay, because it's going to be locked out because it wouldn't be fair to said player who didn't get opted in.
That is true. So
Okay.
let's just tie this up and just say that wait and see. But I think that overall, given that it's been 10 years since the last time they made NCAA football, this game looks promising.
Like we said, just wait, be patient.
Yeah.
You got at the time at today, you got little under 2 months. You got time. Okay, be patient, my friends. We waited 10 years for this. We can wait a little longer.
Okay, so as we get back
the
into
subject.
NFL swing of things,
Now then, we're getting into the meat and potatoes here.
I want to change it.
We're getting into the off season of the NFL, and as Mr. Hagan has stated, we had a little bit of a kerfuffle happen in the over the weekend. Cam Newton decided while he was on the off season and possibly as a free agent, decided to host a.
It was a tournament. It was like a 7-on-7 tournament. Just fun, and then these six motherfuckers
started to get a little salty.
Yes, it was a 7-on-7 youth football tournament that was going on.
Yeah,
I do have the clip.
And as Jose's about to show us the clip. Try and be careful, Jose, because we don't want to get copyright strike to death.
Since when have we ever gotten copyrighted? Never on the videos that I've showed you guys.
Even still, Cody.
Let's not talk
your
about
big mouth
that.
might get us into trouble.
Cody, if we get copyright stricken, I'm blaming you. Anyways, we don't.
We're all blaming you.
We're best to show the clip, but like the Chiseled Adonis, we're not going to show much because we don't want Nancy on us. But yeah,
It's 20
we're gonna try to
seconds
do our
long.
best.
This might be going
For
quick.
starters, it's
Okay.
not even in the NFL, so Nancy wouldn't strike us.
Just play the video. Just play the video.
Fucking. Yes, that wasn't fun.
Okay, let me just state this here. And hold on. Wait. Stop. Hold on. Now, hold on. Now, as I was trying to say, I know they had the elimination chamber earlier in the day, but this is ridiculous. Now, here's the thing. What I was trying to say is that here's Cam Newton try to do a good thing for the community, and you got 6 idiots that decided to go ahead and try to jump on the guy.
I mean, he was a D lineman. Cam Newton. So like, hey, look, he's a D lineman. Let's jump him. Maybe he could get away from us.
Yeah, and it's really frustrating. I mean, it's really frustrating. Cam Newton's trying to do a good thing for the community, and you have idiots that's trying to ruin the fun for everybody.
Ruin it just because they're salty.
Mm-hmm.
That shows how low on the totem pole of life those 6 are. Because Cam Newton was trying to do a little bit of good.
No.
With his money to try to run a event for his community, raise a little money for charity, and spread some goodness about the world of football, and you decide to ruin it by throwing hands. Okay?
Well, I'm gonna ask you this, right? I'm gonna say this real quick because I think everyone here knows. Cody, I think you know this as well from what the tree has always said about bottomless pits. Never say you've hit rock bottom. You can only go lower.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody to dig lower.
Yeah, you
to
can
the
keep
6 people that decided to be bright and decided to do this, you're probably going to get sued.
I mean, it wasn't
Just
broad
know
daylight,
this,
so
you stupid ass motherfucker.
no, not really.
Anyways,
Not really.
Now let's go
Not really.
ahead
But
and
I do want to point this out.
as we head and dive into the free agency period of the NFL.
Yes,
It's
I was about to bring this
been
up real
said-
quick, right?
It's been said here that the Giants and Saquon Barkley franchise tag, it's quote not off the table because there's still a chance that they're going to keep Barkley as their running back.
Also still a chance. Yeah, that's true. That they might keep him on the
might
table,
call
but there's also a
this
chance
the
that he might not take that tag.
You might call it for NFL free agency, but as bench warmer Brandon said, it is hot Kirk summer.
here's the thing, and let me speak real quick. Now,
What's yours?
is there a chance that Saquon Barkley stay in New York?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe.
Hold on. Absolutely. Here's the thing. We know that NFL teams don't have that much time before they declare which players gonna go on the is gonna get franchise tag and which player is going to test free agency. Now, here's the thing. If you're the New York Giants, what do you do here? Because you got Daniel Jones. Well, I know that he's not worth the hell of
It's funny you say that about the quarterback situation. They're looking at that in the draft. So
this, please, because it involves my boy. It's funny you mentioned that because the Giants are actually might be looking for a new quarterback, and they were talking. And since the combine is looming over at their home place in Indianapolis, they've been talking with a certain LSU Tiger, or should I say, a certain Heisman Trophy winning LSU Tiger, Jaden Daniels.
Is it that time already for the combine?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, Cody, ESPN was interviewing coaches today on SportsCenter.
Oh God! Well, be careful because that's the reason why I've been out of there for an hour because rain. Also, you're an ass. Also, you're an ass if you clip it.
Now, here's the thing. What I was trying to say is that the possibilities are endless. Now, we do see teams. Probably coaches are at these combines watching. The future, seeing okay then. Which one of these players can we build our team around? Which one of these players can lead us to the Super Bowl? Which one of these players is going to help us beat Patrick Mahomes once and for all? So the possibilities are endless. And if you're the Giants, is it time to wave the white flag on Daniel Jones?
Yes.
Yes, because that motherfucker.
At this point, Carter, I think it is.
It may be that time because Kirk is seeing ghost. No, wait, not Kirk. Daniel Jones has been seeing ghost.
You got him confused with Zach Wilson.
Almost.
No.
No,
I mean, not Zach Wilson, Sam Donald.
I almost. Oh, you're right. Because technically they're both the same. But they both can see ghost.
Anyways, I have a question for you guys.
But here's the thing. Go ahead, Brandon. What you was about to say?
I had a question for you guys. Are we actually going to be seeing a bloodbath happening between the Jets and the Bills? Because I'm in here because it says here that Dawkins, a lineman of the Bills, been calling the Jets weirdos and says that he hates their entire team with one valid exception.
Ooh.
What's that?
It's he's talking about a lineman by the name of Michael Clemens, who he called him a bitch boy.
Oh, good grief! Oh dear.
Yeah, but I think we're about to be seeing a bloodbath between the Bills and the Jets.
Something tells as soon as we get to schedule the NFL for next season, you probably want to circle the dates when the Jets and the Bills do battle. Because they do play twice since they're in the same division.
What's that?
Boy.
Is that a rivalry now?
It is.
Yeah, it's gonna. It probably might get ugly. Now,
I decided to take a look at the updated mock draft of the 2020 draft.
Hold on that thought, Jacob. Hold on that thought for a second, because also Russell Wilson wants to come back to Denver.
Oh no,
Jose Miguel, I'll let you have them.
Broncos country, let's keep dying.
Let Jose Miguel rip them. Go, Jose Miguel.
I was gonna put this bluntly, right? There's no point of Russell Wilson going back to Seattle, right? Denver, you basically bit the bullet. Now you got to keep it. But if you decide to get rid of him, right? Give him to Carolina.
No,
out of there.
No,
we ain't doing this.
No.
Yes, we are, because the floor's on me.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Because it is not a good idea. I mean, Bryce Young. I mean, let's face it. There's no line in Carolina to protect Bryce Young.
I want
exactly. That's why I want Russell Wilson to have the bullet.
I will say this: Bryce Young needs to go to a team that will have full trust. Carolina Panthers have lost everyone's trust.
I mean, he's not wrong. Cody's not wrong.
Yeah,
that is true.
Jacob, why are you dying over there?
This season have sucked such ass.
And they thought, oh hey, we're gonna get the number one pick. Chicago's like, about that.
We're taking this back to back, bitches.
Now, here's the thing. I think that first of all, for Chicago, what do you do here? I mean, do you go for a quarterback and trade away Justin Fields or?
Should we talk about how Justin Fields unfollowed the Bears' Instagram account?
Justin said he wants to come back to Chicago.
He wants to go back, but he has mixed feelings.
Honestly, though, I say they gotta trade their number one pick because
they're basically with house money. They got house money.
A hell of a jug.
Honestly, though, I have a very strange feeling that
They can get a key.
Like I'm with you guys about the Bears trading Justin Fields, but at the same time, I don't think they're going to head that direction.
We don't know because may I talk about the mock draft for a sec?
Go ahead.
Since the is coming up and all eyes are going to be looming over Indianapolis to take a look at the future of the NFL. Everybody and their mother has been figuring who's going where in the 2024 NFL draft. So mock drafts have been coming up like gangbusters. So take a look at this. Take a look at these mock drafts I'm getting. This is from Yahoo Sports and Chris McDonald and Nace Tate. So take it for what you will.
We're not going through draft bets.
Well, we might do that when we get closer to the draft. So we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that when we get closer.
Also, Jacob, just keep it in the top 10 because if we go out 32, we'll be here all night.
Full 32 because I ain't that crazy. We're going with just the top 10. So at number 1, Chicago. So from Nace Tate, he says, and I quote, that Chicago keeps the number 1 pick and tells Justin Fields, bye, Felicia, and drafts Drake May or Caleb Williams. But he says Drake May out of North Carolina is going to be taking the top slot as the first overall pick for Chicago.
This honestly, I would be okay if that happens. If the Bears draft Drake May as number 1, I'll be okay with that. Honestly,
I want hold on for a second because every fiber in my being tells me that what's going on in Chicago is unfairly being placed on Justin Fields' shoulder because he's playing hard out there, but you try playing behind a poor excuse of an offensive line in which you had the quarterback running for his life, basically. And there's almost like I said, there's some weapons there in Chicago. There's some weapons there for him to throw to, but you need to have a line in order to give Justin Fields some time to do plays.
Yeah, they got an offensive line that's basically like Swiss cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, continuing on with the second overall pick. The Washington Commanders.
Hold up, do you see that down there?
What's the breaking news?
What? Yo, whoa.
What happened, Jose Miguel?
I was zoomed up the Carter for one good reason because this involves his Bucks.
Okay.
They released Shaquille Barrett.
Oh.
Yeah, the one that went to he went to the Pro Bowl I think a couple of times. And they cut him for salary cap reasons, for room in the salary cap.
Before I continue, speaking of the salary cap, the NFL did state that they are increasing the salary cap.
Mm-hmm. Now, I can see how come they're doing this because
most of the people a lot of the teams are basically eating eating cap hell.
I can see them doing that because they have 2 pending free agents, Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans.
Problem about this, Mike Evans may fucking go to Kansas City.
Hold on, wait.
Might stay back.
I think that here's the thing. I think I can see them doing this so that they can have enough cap room to give both Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans contracts which they could be very, very happy with. Now, I mean, very, very happy.
Anyway, we'll have to see what happens. But anyways, back to the mock draft. The Commanders, with the second overall pick, they're going to be selecting, since May got picked off the board, they're going to select Caleb Williams from US.
Wait, who's selecting Caleb Williams?
The Commanders.
Now this is where I'm probably gonna have a little bit of a problem because when's the last time Washington does something good with quarterbacks?
That's a good question.
Nothing at all.
Dude by the name of Doug Williams.
Well, technically, Doug Williams wasn't drafted by Washington. He was drafted by Tampa Bay during the late 70s.
Yeah, but he won a Super Bowl with the Commanders during that whole debacle in the '80s.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that it's a toss up. Why
Yeah,
Washington is making this pick?
as of late, when it comes to drafting quarterbacks, that's where I gotta say no.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyways,
let's go with the
moving on.
next pick, Jacob.
The third overall pick, the New England Patriots select Heisman Trophy winner Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
Are they really gonna wait a minute? Are they really gonna give Mac Jones the boot here?
Yep.
I think they might be saying, Jones, get your walking papers.
Man, because I know they drafted Mac Jones. I don't know how many years ago, and I guess at some point he pretty much kind of lost his job. Doesn't help that the offensive coordinator stunk up the joint, but hey, you got a new head coach now, and he's implementing and adding in his system. And I guess I could see from that logic standpoint, probably want to draft a quarterback that can adapt to his system quick.
Anyways, with the fourth overall pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver out of Ohio State.
Okay, this is where I'm going to say that this is something I am partially going to have to agree, but at the same time,
you're kind of 50-50 with.
Yeah, it's like I get the fact that you're trying to get weapons for
Murray.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, though, is it really worth it though? Because I get the fact Murray has been had some struggles as of late, but come on, bro.
That is true. It's a nice weapon, and I'm pretty sure, given who his father is, this probably might be a very easy pickup.
Yeah, it's good. We have to wait and see. Anyways, with the fifth overall pick, Liquid LA select Olu Fashanu, offensive tackle from Penn State.
Oluwa Fashanu, Penn
Yeah,
State.
so some help on the offensive line so that Justin Herbert doesn't get hurt. Interesting pickup.
Sees potential for Herbert. He wants to get that wall build for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With the sixth overall pick, the New York Giants will be selecting Joe Alt, defensive tackle from Notre Dame.
I mean, I think I can understand a little bit because they need lines, kind of a big deal here. I mean, I get that.
Yeah,
but at the same time, though, find weapons if you can, or at least try to do something with Jones because he's going to be too much of a liability.
Yeah. With the seventh pick,
that's a given.
Titans select Malik Neighbors, wide receiver out of LSU.
This is the Titans we're talking?
Yes.
Yeah, and my question is, who's going to throw the ball to him? Because I think you got Will Levis is still on this team.
Yep.
I know that Tannehill might be on his way out the door.
They're already planning on.
Honestly, though, I know they got Will Levis, but do we really want to see him play, even though he put mayo in his coffee?
Anyways.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get through before Jacob throws up.
Anyways, with the eighth overall, the Atlanta Falcons select Rome Odunze, wide receiver out of the University of Washington. Interesting.
Again, I get the fact that they need weapons for the Falcons.
Honestly,
I don't know how to feel about it.
Honestly, what they should have done with that pick, go for a quarterback.
Yeah. Anyways, with the ninth pick, the Bears, back in the top 10 because they got 2 picks there. The Chicago Bears select Brock Bowers, tight end from the University of Georgia.
Interesting. That might be an interesting pick for the Bears. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening, especially for the Bears. Especially look at the NFC North, where the Lions won the division, and then you got the Packers, which did well under Jordan Love as the quarterback, and of course you got Minnesota and Chicago bringing up the rear. So might be an interesting picker. Let's see what happens here.
And rounding out the top 10, the New York Jets select J.C. Latham, offensive tackle for the University of Alabama.
Mm.
Yeah,
What?
because Aaron Rodgers needs some protection.
Lest we forget, they want to get rid of this thing of 4 plays. 4 plays.
Mm-hmm.
That is the top 10 of the mock draft that Yahoo Sports has made for
Yeah,
this draft.
Yeah, let's say we got our good buddy Walter Scott in the chat.
Of course,
But
it is.
yeah, go Patriots and roll Tide.
Oh, Walter Scott.
Hey, well,
Also, I do want to point this out, right? That sacks yards lost. Hey, Bryce Young, you definitely did something this season. Yeah, you led the league in sacks yards lost.
Hey, I am
404
surprised that
477.
Oh, let me also bring this up. Hold on, Cody. Let me also bring this up. The Falcons have given veteran tight end Jonnu Smith the boot.
that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt.
And the funny part about it, hold on. The funny part about it is that his season, didn't do too bad. I mean, he posted career highs in reception and yards, but I guess that wasn't good enough for him. Oh well.
Yeah, didn't want that.
I am quite happy.
It is what it is, but
talk.
The mock draft, it ain't set in concrete. We just gotta wait what happens when we get to the actual draft coming down the line. But
I think we better let Cody have a word in before he explodes.
Wait, what? I know the Colts did well this season, which I'm surprised they did. Are they like 21st in the mock draft?
I don't know.
I know they're somewhere in the they're between 10 and 20 because they didn't make the playoffs.
If they're in 20, they may have had a good season.
I'll humor him. Okay, they're 15th.
That seems fair. We had a good season.
Okay, yeah. Near middle.
You had a good season that came up short when the wide receiver forgot his hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, stated mock drafts are not set in stone. They're not concrete, no matter what article you get it from, whether it's Yahoo Sports, EA, ESPN, the AP, doesn't matter. They're all not set in stone. So I suggest you hold off on that stuff until we get to the draft. But I do recommend you go watch the NFL Combine because like we said, that's your future right there at the NFL, and you might be seeing some guys might be flying your colors. So
absolutely. Now let me go ahead and bring this up. Raiders general manager says Devontae Adams will not be traded.
So they're going to keep Adams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Plus, the draft does not begin until April, so we got like a 2-month, waiting room. And plus, this is
little over a month because remember we're just about to end.
And this is going to be in Detroit.
Yeah, it's going to be in the Motor City this year.
Mm-hmm.
At the campus, Marches Park and Hart Plaza.
Think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what the about section on Google has.
Okay, so yeah, like we said, we still got a month to go before the draft kicks in. It was about to kick off, and trust me when I say this, everyone here, we might be doing a live special of the NFL draft. We won't be streaming it because we ain't that crazy. Right, but
we could be like Jordan Tree and just have the draft up on the screen.
But like the draft.
We'll discuss that later.
Yeah, 5 points by the way, number 1.
Yeah, we'll discuss that later.
But we're
I got to run through some scores quick, guys, before we turn out the lights,
we got
because the NBA games are already underway, even as we
Oh,
speak.
yeah, it did.
Um,
And at halftime, the Magic is up 14, 58-44 over Brooklyn.
Ooh.
mm,
Ooh.
also,
And at the end of the first quarter, Jacob, you should be excited, even though it's just the first quarter that ended. Pelicans up 7, 26-19 over the Knicks.
hold on, guys. You want to see a shocker? Take a look at what's going on in Washington.
Uh-oh.
The
What's going on
Warriors
there?
are leading the Wizards 60-58.
Oh, hello.
Whoa! Hello.
Came to play, huh?
Yeah.
Like I said,
And
don't sleep on them. Washington's coming out to play spoiler tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the
Well-
Cavaliers lead the Mavericks, as you guys brought up, 60-56.
4.
That's at half.
60-56.
Yeah, that's at halftime over on the Q.
And
Yeah, and the second quarter just got started in Beantown, as well. It did start the second quarter tied at 30, but Philly just scored 3 more, so 33-30 Philadelphia.
Yeah. Ooh,
So-
okay.
There's
So,
no
and
at
pitch
the end of the
game
first-
tonight.
And at the
Because
end of the
last-
first, Atlanta is up 8 over the Jazz, 26-18.
So, as we get ready to close out the bar here tonight, catch all not just the NBA games, because there's a lot of NHL games taking place tonight too. There's a lot of action tonight, both on the hardwood and on the ice. And so, get some popcorn or get a bag of chips or get a can of beer, because you are going to have the most amazing night of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank each and every one of our fans for tuning in and listening along and following us on the stream. We thank you so much for doing so. And let me just say here now.
Time on men's basketball, Mississippi State is up 8 over Kentucky, 43-35.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Oh no!
I really hope if there's an upset, I really hope Mississippi State has enough security to make sure that none of the Wildcats get run over.
Yeah, let's hope so.
We don't want to repeat.
Yeah. So anyway, keep close eye on these games. And first of all, let me just say, if you like what you see, first of all, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and when you do hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so that you would be notified whenever we stream. As February is coming to a close,
And
we're about to
March
get ready to
begins.
enter into March Madness. And if you thought February was crazy, just you wait. Just you wait. March is going to be off the chain.
You have no idea.
Yeah, as one person put it best, you ain't seen nothing yet. All right, then, Jacob, take us home.
With pleasure. Man, this has been an insane episode, to say the least. We hit 114, and this one did not disappoint, because, like we said, even though the NFL has hit the off season, the sports world keeps turning, and man, it has been giving us some crazy shit, to say the least. The college basketball's nonstop insanity of upsets. The NHL's second half bringing us more craziness than a madhouse full of loonies. And the NBA just getting started with their second half. Safe to say, the sports world is giving us more bounty than you could shake a stick at. But and for us, that means we keep going. And that's what we like to do. And we're going to keep this going until we can't say we can't go anymore. And we ain't even stopping yet. Like I said, we haven't even hit our peak. And like we said, we're just hitting the tail end of February. And like Carter said, you thought college basketball in February was nuts? You ain't seen nothing yet. Because March, that's when the madness begins. Because not only is the conference tournament about to kick off, but the NCAA tournament is coming soon. The road to Phoenix is about to start. But before we get there, we got to do the conferences. We got to see who's going to hoist their representative trophies before they begin the march, the Phoenix. And trust me when I say this, both on the men's side and the women's side, you don't want to miss any of the action. And if you like, you don't want to miss out on what we were going to talk about. So be here. We're going to be here every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, here on YouTube, the VW Sports Podcast YouTube channel. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. And if you want to share this to your friends, please do share it across all social media fronts, from Facebook to Instagram to on Twitter. We call it Twitter because fuck X. And hit that like button and get it growing. And if you like what you see, and if you want to be notified, please do us a favor and hit the bell. Be notified when we go live every Tuesday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific on YouTube. And trust me, we always have fun doing this because, like we said, this is just like the bar you see it at your local dive spot. It is made by fans, for fans, for the spirit of every sports fan around this big, beautiful blue marble. But until then, we are out of time. We got a lot of sports to go check out. But trust me, we've got a lot to talk about next week because it's March. March is coming up, baby. And March is going to bring a lot of craziness. From the NFL Combine to the start of the madness, to the the NBA getting ready for the playoffs, the NHL as well, and everything in between. But until then, we got to go. For myself, for Carter, for Cody, Jose, and Brandon, we thank you so much for tuning in. And until then, y'all have yourselves a good night, a wonderful thank you for February, and we'll see you all in March. Have a good night, everybody. Woo!
Yes.